Hello, great morning, everyone. It's a great Monday morning, so let's start the day right. And welcome to Coaching Think Talk. And we're the couple coach. I am Coach Dean,
I'm Coach Shaun from Pasig
and
City.
we are a certified life and mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And this is coaching for Partnerlift. These coaching conversations are for couples who are wanting to support their spouse and family, and our mission is to help 1 million couples to understand their needs for distance and closeness, to express them so they may live a more meaningful and fulfilling relationships.
Yes, thank you for joining us this wonderful morning. Yeah, and we're live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Asan po ba kayo sa mundong ito? Ayan, please do tag your friends and circulate this video to help reach more individuals who might be in need of this, what we will share to you today. And also give a shout out to them. Give them some inspirational message in there so that we can, have them start their day right. Di ba? Monday na Monday ngayon. Usually pag Monday, Manic Monday. Pero pwede nating baguhin yung mga Manic Mondays na yan.
So if you are watching this on a replay, comment hashtag replay. We're streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. And of course, hello, Mayor Yanner. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So do tag along our friends, our loved ones, so that they can join us in this conversation this morning.
Oh, yeah, mo si Coach Nards. Saan ba si Coach Nards ngayon? Yeah, kailangan natin to. As couples, we're gonna talk about the parental language. And these are the things that we need to start having conversation on how we can help each other as couples and as partner to have a deeper conversation with our children. Ang sabi ko nga to, we need to have a rich conversation with our children so that we can be more emotionally invested with them and we are able to engage. Did you know na yung word, when you say the word engagement, ang ibig sabihin ng engagement is you are being able to be more connected with the person. Nakakapag, kumbaga na-attract mo sila. Yan, that is what engagement is called. And if we're not engaging our children, then how are we attracting them for them to be able to be interested with us as we progress in our lifetime? So that's what we're gonna talk about. So before we begin, if this is the first time you're seeing us, if this is the first time you're seeing this face and this face, as Coach Tina said, we are the couple coach and we are professional CACC life coach and mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And we have been married for 19 years. So 19 years na po kaming nagsasama, 19 years na po din kaming may mga disagreements. 19 years na din po kaming nagkakaintindihan and 19 years na din po kami dinedevelop namin or we progress or improving our relationship as couples and how we are currently partnering with each other to support each other. Kasi importante naman in marriage na you're able to support each other to uplift, di ba, you as individuals. And we started with, well, me specifically, I started my being a father and a husband very early on. I started when I was 19 years old, since Coach Tin was 26 years old. So may katandaan si Coach Tin sa akin. Pero sa itsurang ito, mukhang ako ata yung mas matanda. Ayan, sa itsura lang. O yan, sa age, but we have a 7-year gap. And that's one of the biggest things that we started to journey on and understanding. Paano ba maging parent? Paano ba maging husband? Paano ba maging wife? Kasi wala namang manual ata. Tinuruan ka ba, Coach, din ng parents mo kung paano maging asawa?
No.
Walang mga ganun-ganun eh. And that's not something that's being done. Even in parenting, right? In parenting, you're not really taught how to really parent your children. What we usually do is we just follow what our parents would tell us what to do. And that is something that we're helping you towards having that intentionality kung paano nyo ba tuturuan yung anak nyo, kung paano nyo tutulungan yung anak nyo for them to be able to be more confident and more courageous in all of the things that they do. And our mission is to be able to help 1 million families. Yun talaga. For you to be able to understand the need for distance, for you to be able to understand the need for closeness, to express yourself. Because at times, minsan yung spouse natin very clingy and sometimes parang we're na suffocate na tayo and at times naman so distant sila na hindi na natin alam kung ano nangyayari sa buhay sila. And at most often than not, pag very distant, naghahanap sila ng kausap. So it's better that a spouse, you need to be able to have that engagement with your children to have a deeper understanding.
Yeah, and before that, hello, Coach Anne. Thank you so much. She's watching from Tacloban. Thank you for joining us this morning, and of course, Coach Candy. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So, yung pag-uusapan natin really is the parental language, di ba? So, how are we communicating with our kids and even with our spouse? Paano ba tayo nagko-commute? Pero nakafocus tayo ngayon on how we lift our children through communication. Kasi 'di ba at times, 'pag bata pa sila, excited tayo makipag-usap, tuwang-tuwa tayo 'pag ang daldal nila lalo na kung kahit hindi pa nila napo-pronounce yung words, tuwang-tuwa ka. But as we go along, as we in the relationship na lumalaki na sila, napapansin niyo ba nababawasan yung moment na we really talk with them? Lalo na nung dati kasi naka-hands-on ka eh. Yung from 0 to mga 4, 5, 6, 7.
Uh,
But as they grow older from 8, 9, 10, syempre may sarili na din silang mundo, di ba? Parang nag-start na din silang mag-express, nag-start na din silang yung mapansin, yung curiosity nila. And at times, we get so frustrated with them asking a lot of questions na unconsciously, we are saying no to communicating with them and napipick up nila yun. So, minsan nagtataka tayo, bakit noon ang dal-dal-dal-dal ng anak ko, pero ngayong malaki na,
hmm.
ayaw na akong kausap. And we've been there. Yung mga bata, like, in our case, doon nag-start yung daughter namin to, nung nasa high school na siya, high school ba? Oo, nung nasa
Ah,
high school siya, doon siya nag-start na mag-isolate. Like, dati lagi siyang nasa labas ng kwarto,
kausap tayo.
nakikipag-usap sa amin. But later on, as naging busy na kami sa work, ay yung takbo ng conversation naging hi and hello na lang or kumusta sa school, yung parang you talk to ikaw lang, parang ikaw lang naglalabas, you're not really interested to listen to them, to their story back. So, hindi ka na nag-ano, tapos pag natanong mo na, okay naman, satisfied ka na sa ganun sagot. So, slowly na nawala yun, tapos na-feel niya yung pressure sa school, she started isolating na minsan lagi na lang nasa room. And that's how her depression started. So, she's clinically diagnosed. She was diagnosed when she was 16. And that's how also we started our journey in life coaching because we were looking for something that could really help her in the long run. And ayaw din naman namin na naka-rely sa medicine. Kasi I know it's not gonna help her in the long run. Paano pag siya na yung nagkapamilya? Paano naman yung mga anak niya? So, parang preventive na from our end. So, we started looking for something and that's when we encountered life coaching.
So for those of you who's watching, the way that we do our parenting before is full-time kasi si Coach Tin as a mom. So she's really the one really taking care of the children. And I'm the one who's typical, di ba? Typical naman in our society na yung lalaki yung nagtatrabaho tas yung babae full-time. But of course, because of the changes, because of the transitions that we have, we needed to have Coach Tin as well work to provide for our children. And yun, nung time na yun na nagta-transition na, nabawasan yung oras and yung attention sa mga bata. And we tend to, yung may mga times na masyado ka ng pagod sa opisina tapos pagdating mo sa bahay, ang gulo-gulo sa bahay o yung bata hindi nagpa-perform o yung bata hindi naibibigay yung ini-expect mo sa kanila. And eventually, yung conversations mo na lang nagre-revolve na lang kung ano yung mga ginawa ng bata na mali, 'di ba? Hindi mo na nakikita at pay attention kung ano yung mga importante and what are the things that they're doing that is helping them. And what we're going to share with you today is to have a deeper understanding of the importance of the conversation that you're having with your children. Kaya yung topic nga today talks about parental language. Like what kind of conversation are you currently having with your children and what are the words that you use or you utter to share to your children? Is it the same every single time that you talk to them about, you talk about their grades, you talk about them not doing the chores at home, you talk about them not taking their, not going to brush their teeth? Are you always talking just about yung hindi nila inaayos yung bed nila? What is it that you talk about every single day? And it's that something that you feel when you reflect on it today or as of this very moment, is that something that will serve your children in the future?
Yeah.
Di ba? Kasi importante yun. Okay?
So, hello Coach Nords. Thank you so much for joining us. Sabi nga ni Coach Ann, sabi pa nila may sarili ng mundo. Yes,
Mhm.
from age 11 to 12, doon na sila nag-start. So, how are we really with our conversation with them? Minsan kasi okay lang tayo pag nagkakwentuhan and all. Okay naman yun eh. But we're talking really about the deep conversation that we can have with them. Are they really able to express freely what their dreams are, yung gusto nilang makita, or natatakot ba sila to share na, like, for our kids, yung very, iba yung gusto niya, like, syempre, ako, I wanted her to do the things na mga hindi ko nagawa. Ganun naman talaga commonly, di ba? Parang, sana mag-lawyer siya kasi hindi ko na-fulfill yung pagiging lawyer. So, may ganun. But, as they grow, nag-iiba din. May mga sarili silang passion and all. So, you have to respect that. So, ikaw ba yung tipo ng parent? Hindi, ito ang gusto ko kasi dapat ganyan. Kasi yung perception niya natin, dun niya sa mental model class is, yung perception natin of success is the conventional way or the traditional way. Wherein, what we do is, kung ano yung na-mirror natin noon. Like, sa mga parents natin, laging sinasabi na, dapat mag-aral ka, tapos magtrabaho ka,
Yeah.
um, dapat maganda yung trabaho mo,
Ma-promote.
para maging successful ka. So, that's why we insist on our kids being a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant. Kung ano yung sa tingin, engineers, kung ano yung sa tingin natin na work that will give them the money and the success. Kasi ganun natin siya nakikita. Unfortunately, it's not really possible now in this age. Kasi kesa naman nape-pressure yung anak mo, di ba? Why don't we teach them to be entrepreneurs, to be creators? So, ano ba yung success na tinitingnan natin? So, yung sa case namin, ito talaga yung value ng coaching that we have. Kasi, when we started coaching, nag-shift din on the way we converse with our kids and the way also na we see things. We change the perspective. Yung, like, our son is really not into talking. Pag tinanong mo siya, kung ano yung tanong, yun lang yung sagot. At parang tamad na tamad siya magsalita. And we have to correct that because that is actually a way na doon nag-i-start na hindi nakakapag-express at nadadala nila yon sa paglaki nila,
Oo.
sa pagkakaroon ng family, nadadala nila yon.
And it's great to add as well na the way that we were correcting him before is not, hindi yung pagalit, pinapagalitan namin in a way for him to correct and to tell him na, hindi ka nagsasalita, hindi ka nag-share, tahimik ka na lang lagi ka na lang pag kinakausap ka, nakatunganga ka lang. Those are the kind of conversation that we're having with him. And as we progress in that kind of conversation, we've realized that our child becomes more distant. Have you ever experienced your child, you're talking to your child, and as a parent, you want the best for your children. Pero as you continue to progress and having a conversation, they become more distant and distant and distant, and they don't want to talk to you. So, ibig sabihin, something is not working. Something is not sitting well with your children that they want to avoid you at all cost. No, and remember, in parental relationship, they need to be wanting to talk to you. Kaysa naman makipag-usap sila sa ibang tao na, hindi,
baka mali pa
mali
yung
naman.
information na makuha. Yeah, so, dun kami nag-shift. Sabi nga ni Coach Ann, ganun din daw ang eldest daughter niya. Isang tanong. Ganun din yung son namin. But we started shifting our conversation. Like, we really allow him to express. Tapos, it matters din yung tone of voice, yung patience mo. Na, di ba, pag nagtanong ka, gusto mo may sagot agad, tapos hindi ka sinasagot. Or it takes him time to express.
Yeah.
Napafrustrate ako nun and the disappointment shows in my face. So,
kahit hindi magsalita.
Oo, lalo na pag hindi nagsalita. So, I slowly started as well changing yung pag pinakinggan ko siya, I have to control my emotions. Kailangan ko siyang i-manage. Kailangan kong balikan yung... Yeah, I'm using the inversion mental model. if you want to have a successful conversation with your kids, you can try that. If you're interested, join us in the Be Learning Society. We will have our next class on the third week of July. That's a Saturday, third Saturday of July, and we're gonna be talking about the 80-20 principle. So the last class that we had is really more of is focused on success. So pag sa inversion, ang focus mo is the negative, di ba? So halimbawa, sa conversation mo with your son, ang naiisip mo, naiinis ka na, ano bang nakakainis to? Parang ayaw magsalita, tinatan mo and all. So, what you think of is, you invert, mas gusto mo ba na hindi talaga siya nagsasalita because of what you are doing? So, to create that successful space for him to communicate, I have to really take note of that titingnan ko yung negative aspect para mahanap ko yung positive. Kasi kung magfo-focus ako na ito yung gusto ko na dapat sabihin niya na and all, hindi mo siya magagawa, hindi ka magiging successful sa conversation sa kanya. So, what we did is we started shifting and we allowed him to express. Tapos pag hindi niya na-express, kami naglalagay ng words. Tapos ano na, ito ba yung ibig mong sabihin? So, ano talaga siya, coaching conversation ang ginagawa namin with the kid.
There's really a science behind this because there was a research done back in 1995 in which they found that different families, kung professionals from mga different types of families na really the lacking in there is the conversations they're having with their children. Na for those people na nasa taas ng society, they have a lot of conversations revolving around different words being used, intellectual conversations that allow them to really expand their vocabulary, expand their thinking, expand the way that they see the world and the way that they are able to be more confident and to be more expressive and to be more courageous in how they do or how they work on their dreams. And that is something na na-realize namin when we were going to it, yung nakwento nga ni Coach Tin kanina, kung bakit ba yung mga bata, yung anak namin, hindi nagsasalita. Kumbaga pag sabi nga ni Coach, isang tanong, isang sagot, yun lang yun nangyayari. So how can we change that? Can we change that conversation to bridge that gap? Kasi yun yung biggest challenge right now in conversations because it's not that our children gusto tayong inisin. That's not the intention of the children. It's just like they don't know how to respond to you. Because before, pag nagre-respond sila, nagagalit ka. Before, pag may sinasabi sila sa'yo, pag hindi mo gusto yung naririnig mo, nagagalit ka. Instead of being in a space of understanding that, hey, what is my child telling me? And what is it that I'm not seeing that my child is showing? Because when you're able to reflect on that, you're able to gain a deeper understanding na, yun pala yun. One of the things na sabi ni Coach Tin, yung na-realize namin sa son namin is, meron pala kaming ginagamit na mga words na hindi naiintindihan ng bata. And we needed to start explaining the meaning of the words. And as we progress, because before nga, wala kami masyadong interaction doon because both of us got busy, we started to have that different approach with our child. And eventually, as he progressed, alam mo yun, nakakapag-share na.
Yes, he's starting to talk. And he could already exchange na mahaba yung conversation. Dati, tahimik lang siya. Nakikinig lang tayo siya. Kailan pang pilitin na ano ba yung thoughts mo, ano ba yung ano mo. But now he can express. So, pwede siya, doable siya, Coach Ann. You just really have to be able to engage and start the conversation coming from a space na tatanggalin mo yung fixer mentality na pag nag-share sila, ang impression natin is, no, kailangan mo tong gawin, so i-fix natin, which is not, because at times they just want to express it. And of course, the space wherein there's no judgment, medyo mahirap siya sa una kasi parent ka and you always want the best for them. Lalo na kung yung sinabi sa'yo, parang hindi ko gusto yung magiging result. Kasi napo-force mo na, di ba? But what we do is we ask them, so, what do you think if this happens? So, nagbibigay kami ng scenario, parang may naiisip sila na concept. Ayaw nga, paano nga pala pag So, at least, may naiiwan sa kanila na something that they can think of na hindi mo in-enforce yung solution or yung gusto mong outcome. Kasi as parents naman, may instinct tayo na mukhang hindi maganda yung magiging decision ng anak ko. But anyway, what we always say is, we allow ourselves to accept na pwede kaming hindi sundin ng bata and the child might fail, but we make sure na mararamdaman ng bata na andun pa din yung support kahit mali yung desisyon.
Ah,
Kasi maganda din naman na na-experience nilang magkamali. If,
de dapat.
dapat din actually. Although, syempre, i-minimize mo yung
Yeah.
risk, lalo na kung makakasira ng buhay, parang ganon. Malalaman mo naman yun as a parent eh.
And Coach Ann, maganda yung sinabi. Yes, kasi pag sinasagot ako at hindi ko gusto, nagagalit ako, which is hindi pala tama. You know, we experienced the same one na pag sumasagot yung bata, parang feeling mo pinipikon ka. Yan yung feeling ko. We talk about that and we've realized that ganun lang sila magsalita kasi. And that's the way that, they observe, they see, maybe, alam mo yon, most of the time, most often than not, they mirror what we do. And
Actually, na-mirror lang talaga nila. So, kailan mong tingnan na, teka, ganun din ba ako dati magsalita or sumagot pag may tinatanong siya? Or kahit sa conversation namin dalawa, pag may sinabi ba siya at na-trigger ako ng word, do I respond negatively? So, syempre, napipick up din nila yon. So, for them, it's normal kasi ganun nga din si mama, ganun nga din si papa. Although, they will not say it upfront
yeah.
Na in your face, na ganun ka din kasi, hindi, di ba? Pero, you come into a reflection or in a certain point na, teka, ganun din ba ako? Kaya, kailangan mo talagang maging aware and be mindful na, teka lang, paano ba ako nagre-respond kahit hindi sa anak ko, kahit sa husband ko, sa mami-in-law ko, paano ba ako sumasagot sa kasama namin sa bahay, para nakikita ko, ay, teka lang, nami-mirror niya ba na ganito yung ano ko? Kaya life coaching really help us become more aware of how we are really responding. Kasi in daily conversation, kahit sa office, hindi mo naman mapapansin yun kasi sa'yo normal yun. But when you come into that awareness, mas nagiging maganda yung nagiging response because you are able to come into a reflection stage.
Yeah, and to add, one of the things that we've learned in life coaching and as we continue to invest in ourselves is cognitive bias. Alam mo kasi may bias ka lagi na iniisip mo, ganito yung sasabihin, ganito yung sinasabi sa'yo, ganito yung ibig sabihin, and so on. You know, when you start removing those cognitive bias and you allow the person to really just express, to really just say their thoughts, to really just express their emotions and their feelings, you're more able to understand it.
Pero wag ka lang talagang mapipikon.
Bawal ang pikon. Yesterday, Master Coach A posted yung, ano ba yun, yung soldier and yung scout. Na if you're a soldier, what happens is you just continue to be following instruction. Pero may mga pikon moments ka kasi pag hindi mo nasa-satisfy. Why? While kung scout ka, it means that you are interested. You are interested in interesting towards the other person. And that is something na when I was reflecting yesterday, nga naman, no? That's the reason why nag-i-strengthen yung relationship namin with our children. And they're more able to express. Yesterday, I'll share a story. Yesterday, si Mika, she had this experience kasi creator siya. And one of the things na namatay yung isang character niya. Very passionate yung daughter ko sa mga ganyang creator namatay. And naging emotional siya because she was grieving that person, although in character, died. And we were having a chat about it. And alam mo, it's always a great opportunity when you see your daughter, your son, become emotional because it's an opportunity for you to stay connected and to be engaged. Na naiintindihan mo yung feeling ng mga bata. Alam mo, kung hindi pa ako life coach, sabihin ko lang, arte-arte mo naman, karakter lang naman yan na namatay. O di ba gumawa ka ng bagong karakter?
Parang ganun yung magiging mindset. Actually, I had that mindset nung sinabi yung karakter lang. Pero, I became sad, parang na-control ko yung sarili ko nung time na yun. Parang, wait lang. Siyempre, ginawa niya yon. So, she invested time, emotion, na-create niya yung character pero napatay dun sa, kasi she's playing D&D, Dragons and Dungeons. Dungeons and Dragons, hindi taga familiar So, it's like a story tell wherein they predict or they choose how the story would end. So, in that case, parang may sequence siya eh. So, in that scenario, napatay yung character na ginawa niya. So, she was grieving for it. Para talaga siyang namatayan. So,
Namatayan.
ordinarily, if I am not a life coach, I would have said, ano ba, character lang, di gumawa ka ulit, kaya mo yung syempre, aanuhin mo eh, ganun mo i-express yung sympathy. Hindi empathy, but sympathy. You sympathize na namatay yung character, but of course, i-insist mo na ito dapat yung gawin mo. Ito dapat yung ano mo, gawa ka na lang ulit. Ano
Oo.
lang yan.
Dali lang naman eh.
Pero
Gawa ka.
hindi eh. You have to take a look at bakit naging ganun yung emotion niya sa create niya na napatay dun sa story.
Yeah.
So, as parents, we have to understand her point. So doon, parang na-control namin, wait lang. She's really into grieving. So, anong gagawin mo? Hindi mo siya pwedeng barilin na parang create ka na lang ng bago. So, hindi. Kaya it really pays that they are able to express. Kahit ganun, kung para sa'yo parang walang kwenta or wala namang sense na iiyakan mo yung character kasi character lang siya. But with us, there is. Kasi she is expressing.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing. As I've said, every opportunity that you see your children, sad or not feeling well or not doing well, it's a great opportunity for you to start connecting, to really have that engagement and conversation with your child. When I say conversation, dapat back and forth siya. Ha? Ang tawag namin dyan is conversation turns. Now, you have conversation turns, you're starting to have a dialogue, not a monologue, na ikaw lang nagsasalita or yung anak mo lang nagsasalita. It becomes more engaging and you get a deeper understanding of your children. And mas maganda yung connection kasi mas nagiging confident sila na okay sila makipag-usap sa inyo and they are feeling na okay, I am in a safe space and my mom and my dad, I would be able to express my feelings and emotion with them without feeling rejected or judged as I share along. All right? So, our hope is you're able to, get really the gist of the importance of having a parental language, the parental language. And mind you, the way that we structured it is hindi kami nag-ano lang na mag-isa. We really supported each other as a couple and we talked about it based on our observation. Now, for couples out there, nakakapikon pag minsan binibigyan ka ng feedback ng asawa mo. I think for most often than not, nakakapikon siya, di ba? And when you go through the process of life coaching, I tell you, it just removes the bias. Kasi, teka lang, bakit ba ito yung nafe-feel ko? Saan ang gagaling yung nafe-feel ko? And how would I respond in a way? Because I know that my spouse is there to support me so that I can be uplifted and I can be better.
Yeah. Saka hindi lang sa spouse, the kids can give us a feedback.
Yeah.
Kaya lang, it takes time, it takes practice. Sabi nga ni Coach Marife, daily practice. Yes, it does. Kasi kailangan mo i-expand yung sarili mo or i-stretch yung sarili mo. Dahil hindi talaga madali na ikaw yung parent, syempre ikaw yung authority, tapos mag-feedback yung anak mo. And even in the husband-wife case, sa communication, mahirap din tumanggap ng feedback kasi ang point mo, teka lang, ikaw nga yung mali, i-insist mo na siya yung mali. So, it takes time. But, practicing it every day, allowing yourself to stretch your heart, to listen to them, it's doable.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll give you three tips on how to go beyond this gap that we have in the conversations and how you can better improve your relationship with your children without being hostile. Yan. Parang hindi maging hostile. And you can expand the parenting language that you have with your children. Number one is what we need to start doing is when you have a conversation is describe the word. Ayan yung number one. Describe the word. Introduce a word to your child and describe it to your child. I've done this with my son because na-realize nga namin na yung mga words na ginagamit namin ay hindi niya naiintindihan. And what I did is I started having a conversation and infusing new words, but I asked them, I described a word to him so that he understands. Malalaman mo din naman to sa mga conversations mo. May mga times siguro you talk to your son or to your daughter, tapos nakatunganga lang sila. Or they just look at you. Yan. That is a great opportunity for you to ask them, is there a word na hindi mo naintindihan? Meron ka bang word na hindi naintindihan dito? Or what am I saying is something that you don't understand? Let me know so I can explain to you. I expand to you.
And then, say it your way. So, sasabihin ko
Number two.
muna.
Mm.
Number two, so say it your way. Sasabihin ko muna. And then, when I'm done, I will ask my child to describe it. Or, ano ba yung concept na nakuha niya dun sa sinabi ko?
Paano niya naintindihan?
Para alam ko na naiintindihan niya. Maybe, in, naiintindihan niya in the words na capture niya. So, para alam ko kung tama ba o hindi. Tapos, pag hindi pa din ako, explain ko ulit, hindi, ganito yan. Pero hindi mo siya, hindi, mali ka, walang ganon. Tapos, i-question mo lang, so, how do you say it? How do you feel about it? Tapos, i-reward mo ulit siya para lang makapture niya yung exact meaning ng word na yon.
And remember, we need to start moving out of the space in which our children knows what we're saying. Yun kasi yung nagiging a pitfall eh. Now, you have this expectation that my kids should know. They're teenagers, yada, yada, yada. I tell you, your child doesn't know. There are some words that they don't know. Maybe they heard about it, but they don't have a deeper understanding of what it means. You would say that children are digital, di ba? They understand the digital, madali lang mag-research or what have you. I tell you, that's the role of a parent to really explain to the children what it means and how they can utilize it on their day-to-day activities through storytelling. Ayan, yung number one is describe the word. Number two is say it your way. And number three is to tell a story. When you tell a story, you tell your story to your children. So your children understand that what they are doing, you've done it before, and this is the result that has happened. Of course, not to instigate, not to put in their mouth that these are the things that they need to do, but for them to understand na, okay, ginagawa na pala ng tatay ko to, ginagawa pala ng nanay ko, ito yung nagiging result. So, ang question ko sa sarili ko, because we asked them, di ba, and through coaching, we asked them, okay, if you're able to do this, what do you think would happen? So, mas maganda yung conversation because it becomes interactive and it becomes reflective. Naiintindihan ng bata. So, again, 3 things lang that you can start practicing mamaya after nito, gawin mo na. The first one, for you to be able to bridge that gap is describe the word. Number 2 is say it your way. And number 3 is tell your story. How much story can you share? The deeper that you can share your story to your children in the appropriate, time, kasi everything is about timing, right? The better. Kasi naiintindihan ng bata, okay, pinagdaanan din kasi ng nanay ko at ng tatay ko, kaya naiintindihan nila ako. Hindi yung sinasabi mo lang, kasi baka ito mangyari. It's not, that doesn't sit well with the children.
Yeah. So, like in my case, kung ano man yung mga maling decision ko noon sa relationship, the choices I make in life, sinasabi ko sa anak kong babae so that she has an idea kung ano yung dinaanan ko. At hindi ko ipipilit sa kanya, kaya dapat ganito, ganyan, hindi. Ano ko lang. So, ibibigyan ko lang siya ng scenario, like, and it's deeper ha, so hindi siya yung simple lang, like in my case, I would tell, I had this wrong relationship, so yung nangyari, kasi syempre may boyfriend na so, ito yung nangyari and all, ano kaya yung itsura pag yung boyfriend mo ngayon, siya talaga yung naging asawa mo, pero in the right time. Or halimbawa, what if you engage into the PMS? Kailangan nyo na kasing pag-usapan, lalo na pag
teenagers. Yeah.
So, I have to tell, paano if you engage, tapos you get pregnant, nang hindi ka ready? What do you think would happen? At this age na nakikita mo yung sitwasyon ng karamihan, may idea ka naman kasi may mga classmates na siyang nabuntis. So, nakikita niya, at least nagiging aware siya na hindi pa sermon. Kasi ang dating ng sermon di ba? Kahit naman tayo nun, ayaw natin sinasermonan tayo, tapos i-compare tayo. Buti pa si ganito, ganyan, ang bait, ganito, ganyan. So, ang hirap pag ganun So, kasi mas lalong nagiging rebellious yung bata. So, in our case, we try to have that parental language with them. And we shared our story, the deeper story, yung mga naging maling decisions, so that they have a basis of what would happen if they also make the wrong choice.
And again, storytelling ha,
Mm.
hindi sermon. Minsan kasi ginagawa niyong sermon yung
Oo,
story.
ako nung bata ako ganito.
Yeah,
Kaya
wag
oo, 'di
ganyan.
ba madalas na din naririnig natin 'yun sa
Oo.
mga parents na, "Papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako," and et cetera, et cetera. So, nagiging gano'n din yung but in our case, we don't. We share our story.
Stories.
We tell them how regretful it was on our end and kung puwede lang talagang ma-change. Kaso hindi eh. But you just have to make do with what you have now kasi in the first place, you decided it, whether it's right or wrong. But if it's wrong, wala kang choice kasi dinesisyonan mo din naman
Yeah.
siya. So, nandun yung accountability mo. And, ano mo na, ano kaya yung pwede if that happens, ano yung pwede mong gawin?
Yeah. And in parenting, what as we always remind and what we've learned in the last 3 years of being professional life coaches is to empower the children. To empower the children to make decisions from themselves. And of course, as a parent, you need to educate. Sabi ko nga to, sinasabi ko lagi to sa parenting, the parents are the first teachers of the children. So educate your children. And educating them means, doing these three simple things. But the most critical, I tell you, is the power of storytelling. Very significant yung klase ni Master Coach A sa public speaking because that is something that we're learning as we progress because we're able to express ourselves and we're able to have a conversation, meaningful conversation with our children. So if that is something that you want to explore and you want a deeper understanding of how relationship can thrive, join us sa public speaking class yan ni Master Coach A. Actually, bukas ang pag-uusapan is yung billionaire mindset. Yan, if something that you want to explore, please connect with Coach Rizal, 0917-586-1661. Sabi ni Coach Ann, kasi mahal na mahal natin ang mga ating anak natin, we want the best for them. Yes,
Yes, it's true.
we want the best for them. But remember, the best for them is not always what we think is best. That's the beauty of asking our children questions so that we understand what they need, what they want, and how we can support them to become better. All right. So if you need support, if you are someone who's needing support, you want to be able to support yourself and your spouse, maybe you're in the stage of your life right now where paano ko na i-level up yung relationship ko with my children and how can my spouse support me and vice versa. Feel free to message us. So we offer a strategy session for couples to have a deeper understanding of where they're at, what are the areas of their life that they need to work on, and what are the things that they need to start working on, change in mindset, change on behavior, change their habit for you to improve that kind of relationship. Feel free to message us. Our number of Coach 10 is 0917-806-4200. If you want to book a strategy session, do so. Or if you are watching this on Life Coach Philippines or YouTube channel, just message us here so that we can stay connected with you. All right? So, just again, giving you 3 myths. Mabilis lang to, 3 myths of conversation. The first myth is children are the digital natives and know it all. No, they don't. They don't know it all. That's why it's important for you to have a deep conversation with them. Number 2, parents are digital immigrants and don't know anything. Parents know a lot of things. But of course, it's really the way that you will talk to your children that's more crucial. That's why there's a power in life coaching. And lastly, parents' role is to monitor, restrict, and ban because digital risk greatly outweighs digital opportunities. I tell you, it's empowerment that's most important. You cannot monitor your children always. You cannot restrict them always. And you cannot ban them. And the only way for you to know that they're doing what they need to do and the right thing is for you to ask them questions and to challenge their thinking, to have them reflect on their thinking so that they can respond positively.
Yes. So as a parent, how coaching can really help a parent, it's really more of you are able to establish positive family relationship. Yun yung nagawa ni coaching sa amin. When we change the conversation to coaching, instead of the usual, kung ano yung na-mirror natin doon sa mga parents natin, it greatly changed the dynamics of our relationship because it also improved the lines of communication, yung nakakapag-express na sila, and you're able to accept or listen to them even if it's a feedback. Hindi, minsan masakit, maiinis ka, pero you are able to manage your emotion. And it allows you to build the confidence and self-efficacy of the parents and the children. Kasi bibuild yung confidence ng bawat isa na I am good as a parent and my child is good as a child. Yung roles nyo. And of course, it also allows most of us to develop the problem solving skills and the creativity skills because we are really able to talk about it and really share the deep conversation that we have.
Right? And so that's it for us. Maraming salamat for joining. Hopefully, you're able to get some nuggets out of this. And remember, practice, practice, practice. Test this. Make the necessary changes as we progress, and as we progress. If you need support, just let us know. We are here to support you. We are, of course, the couple coach, and we're here. We can help
Yeah,
you to really
and if
uplift.
you
Yeah.
want to talk with us physically, you can drop by at DCAP Coffee Republic. DCAP is the home of certified life coaches, and we're located at Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, Capitolio, Pasig City. That's in front of the Bayanihan Unilab Center. So we're open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So just drop by. Anyway, if we're not there, a lot of coaches are there. We have the coaches serving the people serving you are also coaches. You will be able to talk with them.
All right. So as we end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. Do join us later. It's going to be Coach Maan for coaching for healthy mind space at 2 p.m. And Coach Tin will be back at 4 p.m. for relationship. Yan, alas 4 po yon. Same page, same channel. Okay?
Yep. And we would like also to invite you to the parents out there. We're calling out on you. If you really if you want the best for your kids, then start with yourself. Yun talaga yung umpisa nun if you want the best relationship with your kids. Yun kasi yung legacy na may iwan mo sa kanila that they can pass on to their children. And if you want what we are doing, pwede naman kasi hindi ka mag-practice ng coaching but you use it for your family, it's doable. So we are inviting you to join us to Master Coach Ace co-actively co-create life coach certification program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. It includes a 21-day web-based learning which teaches you about the foundation of life coaching, a 3-day life coaching bootcamp with master coaching wherein we now apply the foundations and the concepts that we have, and a 3-day life business bootcamp with Team Cape, the senior coaching team, wherein we will teach you how to look at life coaching as a way for you to monetize the skill. And of course, the program package also comes with many other bonuses. So all you have to do is connect with Coach Rizal at 0917 586 1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. So once again, we are the couple coach. I am Coach Teen.
And I am Coach Shaun from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. Love bam boom, love bam boom, love bam boom. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye.